to sing? Anything you want to sing? What time? What time do you have, Richard?
It's 5:30,
There's Christy.
and something's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to start. So.
We've played our warm-up time.
Yeah. So do you want to?
According to
So you would do
the
you wanna
schedule.
do the Hope song here?
Sure. So I think we're going to do Hope. Richard?
Well, let me make sure that she's ready.
Okay.
They're on time.
Christy?
Cool. And our piece ended just our things ended just at the right. Perfect. Just like we knew we were doing.
Okay.
We doing
Is
Hope
she
or
gonna
no?
start?
I think they're going to start. They're going to be on time.
Oh, are we going to do the Hope song?
I don't know.
Okay.
Christy. Oh, I guess.
Oh boy. Yeah, we should get the sound guys.
Yeah, do you want to
Yeah,
read
yeah,
that?
I'll go.
It's not on. It was working. Yeah, we're going to get... Check. Hello and good evening. We're going to go ahead and get started right on time because we know that every minute in our lives is precious, and we want to honor your time tonight. We're so glad that you're here. Most of you have found your seats. If you haven't, if there's folks out in the hallway, we welcome you to come in and grab your seat. Dear honorees, friends of honorees, family members, and community members, my name is Christy Sletty. I'm the Executive Director of the Whatcom Family and Community Network. We're the host for this evening. Thank you. My preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm honored to be one of your hosts this evening, but I am only one. Our board of directors is also hosting you tonight, and they are the individuals who reviewed many, many nominations. We started the nomination process for this back in July. In July, August, September, many nominations came in, and they reviewed the criteria, and the individuals in this room and their friends are the ones that were selected. Typically, we have about 300 people at this event, but due to life after pandemic, we wanted to keep it small and spread out, so it's a little bit more intimate this evening. And I'm just grateful that we get to see you face to face. That's a real gift. So just glad that you're here. I'm honored, like I say, to be here and to call us together to celebrate the uplifting work that raises hope for children and families in Whatcom County. This is the 25th annual Ken Gass Community Awards. 25 years, pretty amazing. So tonight we gather to connect, celebrate, and inspire community hope. I'm just going to say that Hope Science is something that our work follows. And if you don't know about Hope Science, I welcome you and encourage you to learn about it. Basically, it's all about setting goals, but being able to dream about a better future that we want for ourselves, for our kids, for our grandkids, for the people we work with, and finding ways to achieve that. And every single person in this room tonight uplifts hope, raises hope. So we recognize with humility that we are gathered on the traditional and unceded homelands of the people of the Salish Sea, the Salmon people. Their spirit and presence is imbued in the waterways, valleys, and mountains of the Coast Salish lands since time immemorial. And we recognize their resilience and their contributions to our community strength. So I say, Haishka, thank you very much. We'd like to inform everyone that this event is being live streamed. So we're family members that couldn't be invited to keep the numbers down can be watching it live. If you do not want to be on camera, there is a table at the back where you can sit. You can let somebody know if you want to be reseated. But this will be available after tonight, like immediately after tonight on YouTube, on our WFCN's YouTube channel. so that you can watch it again, or you can share it with others, or people say, oh, I didn't know you got that, and you can say, oh, well, go to the YouTube channel. So we want to invite you and others to the joy of celebrating this with you. And we thank Veritas Media for providing this service. So Veritas is in the back. To access the recording, you can find a link under the schedule of events in your program. So if you have a phone that accesses QR codes, you can scan that and it will take you there. And if not, then there's a link below. So you can take this home and find it later. All right, other than that, just housekeeping stuff. Restrooms are on the bottom floor. Feel free to take care of your needs anytime you need to. There's water and beverages out in the hall near where the food will be too. So at this point, I'm going to turn over the microphone to our board president, Mr. Mason Gray.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome. Thank you, Christy. So, hello. My name is Mason Gray, for those who don't know me. My preferred pronouns are he, him, and his. All right, that is my wife right there. So, there we go. Making a late entrance right in the middle, right there, to your left. Perfect. All right. So, my name is Mason Gray. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm the president of the Whatcom Family and Community Network, the board of directors. And WFCN is a local nonprofit founded 33 years ago by Dr. Ken Gass and led for 25 years by Jeff Morgan. So 25 years and led for 33 years. Amazing. So both founders are here tonight, and we are grateful for their ongoing support and presence in our work. So it's wonderful. Dr. Gass met many children and families during his pediatric practice whose needs went beyond that of his office. He gathered people together across sectors: healthcare, education, government, social service, law enforcement, and business to imagine a better future where professionals supporting kids and families could seamlessly connect to those who live, work, and learn in Whatcom County to opportunities, skills, resources, and support that would elevate their well-being. We gather here in honor of that vision and the many people contributing to that ongoing work across the community. Dr. Gass and his wife, Francie, would you please stand to be acknowledged for your long time and continuing service? Oh, they didn't even sit down. Your longtime service to making Whatcom County a healthier community for children and families is very welcome. Let's give them another round of applause. We would also be remiss if we didn't note that Dr. Gass was just awarded the Regional Chamber of Commerce's 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations on that too, sir. I would also like to ask WFCN's Board of Directors to stand. Awesome. I wish to thank these individuals who provide governance to carry out the mission of the organization. And also, we are also always seeking new board members, so if you are interested, feel free to talk to me or one of them this evening. I also wish to thank the entire staff and volunteers of the organization who show up daily to do the important work involved with our mission, which is to promote the well-being of children and youth and families by convening and supporting communities to build their capacity. Our staff work across Whatcom County to increase healthy youth development, prevent youth substance use and youth suicide. We facilitate community building efforts with goals of identifying strengths and resources, increasing inclusion, participation, and focusing on solutions big and small to all the complex problems that impact children's ability to thrive. We also wish to give a sweet shout out to Sav Shell, Mad Hope Youth Community Mental Wellbeing Coordinator. It's her birthday tonight, so Sav, wherever you are. Thank you for being here to celebrate with us. Would our staff and volunteers now please stand? All right. Oh, they're all running around. They're all running around. Anyone you see standing, helping you out coordinate, give those ladies a round of applause. All right. This evening promises to inspire hope. We will learn how others imagine a better future for Whatcom County, and we will meet people clearly committed to the well-being of this county. Tonight, we celebrate many amazing people who are all community builders. Thank you.
So here's what's going to happen. We are going to have some dinner together. There is a buffet line outside. And so we're going to do dinner and music. And I do want to thank Jeff Morgan, who was the executive director for 25 years. Jeff, can you wave? He's also a musician, very talented. And Marie Eaton and Richard Schultz here tonight to provide music for us and entertainment. After dinner, we will begin the awards event. So once everyone's gotten their food and you're back in here, we'll start the awards event right after. We will have 2 sets of awardees, then we'll take a quick break and go get some dessert, come back for the second half of the show, have a little bit more music, and then we'll be done. So that's the plan for the evening. So at this time, we invite you to a buffet-style service dinner provided by Crave Catering. We're serving a pasta bar with meat and sauce options, accompanied by rolls and classic Caesar salad. For those who require gluten-free, vegan options, please notify one of the wait staff if you're looking for something special out there this evening, or if you have any questions about what's being served. What we're going to do is excuse all the tables to the buffet line just in a short moment, but we'd invite elders or any families with small children to go first. So if you, I'm not going to tell you if you're an elder. You get to decide that on your own. But we welcome our elders and our families with children to go first, and then everyone else can go. We would recommend that you go out these doors and maybe come back in through the back door so we're not like I'm not going to do that. So anyway, just out through these doors and back through the back doors just to help some flow. And other than that, while you're waiting, we do have some information in the atrium. So as you pass by, there's an information table. So if you are looking for information about youth suicide prevention, youth substance use prevention, or other things that we do, you can grab some materials now or on your way to dessert later. And with that, we'll ask our musicians to sing us out or play us out. And Ken and Francie, would you be willing to start the line? Not that I'm saying you're the elders, I'm just saying that you're highly loved. Thank you. And others may follow. So people with small children and then everyone else. And we can go ahead and make the line. Thank you.
Jeff.
Comme les petits bateaux portés par l'olive, dans ses yeux le joven saut à la dérive.
It's a song about welcoming children into the world
Cool.
The wonderful life.
and vitality that can't be stopped. That's what that song's about. So it seemed perfect
It's
for
perfect.
this, as well as well sung. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me drag you off into spaces we didn't practice. So far, it's,
Well, we knew that was coming. Yeah, that's to play with you, Richard, is to.
yeah. Well, we didn't have to do any of them, but so
No,
far they've
yes,
worked.
So far they worked.
So far they've worked.
Should we do one more before we go get dinner? Or?
Oh, we have to wait till Liv all sat down.
Oh, okay.
I think she's when everybody else has come and sat down.
Okay,
I think the way she described it is. You said we're going to get food. Oh, I took it off my little thing, but it said musicians go after everybody's got theirs.
Got it. Got it.
So
So I think you'll play your song and then we.
yeah,
then
we'll play your song and then we'll get food.
yeah.
Oh,
But she
I
said
got
she
it.
would let us know, and
Got
she
it.
was pretty excited. She's you know Christy. She said, "I totally trust you."
Good. Good.
And of course, well, there's a history there. A history to trust. Yeah.
There is.
Okay, what's next?
Well, I don't know.
Are you gonna do Brothers and Sisters of the Heart some other time tonight?
Oh, I could do it now.
Do it now.
Okay.
I love that song.
All right.
What is
Take
it?
your mask off so we can hear
I
you.
will.
Brothers and
I
Sisters
was-
of the Heart.
Oh, cool.
I was
Great.
only humming because I didn't know the words. That's a beautiful melody. So this is in F.
F. That's what I remembered.
And I'm not
So it's
playing.
D.
No.
D and. Or if you want.
Just sing. I love this song. Do you need to be closer to that mic?
I do. Well, no matter what past has brought us here, it's the same future now. We've got to put our heads and hands together if we're gonna find our way out. And each of us a special path, we carry so many views. But if we weave our dream together, there's no way that we can lose. 'Cause we are brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, our memories returning. Sisters of the earth, brothers of the earth, we are learning that as brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, we claim the power. Sisters of the heart, brothers of the heart, we need one another. I listen to your stories, and for a moment I see through your eyes. You tell of your tribe's extinction, and I hear your ancestors' cries. And I smile at your gentle wisdom, and I cry for my people's shame. But you reach to me through the darkness, and I reach out the same. 'Cause we are brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, our memories returning. Sisters of the earth, brothers of the earth, we are learning that as brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, we claim the power. Sisters of the heart, brothers of the heart, we need one another. So much for me came easily. Middle class male in white, dark-skinned woman on the reservation. You had to fight all your life. But I'm proud of you and proud of me, and tonight what we both dare, blending our voices together, the strength of a vision shared. 'Cause we are brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, our memories returning. Sisters of the earth, brothers of the earth, we are learning that as brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, we claim the power. Sisters of the heart, brothers of the heart, we need one another. Yes, we are brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, our memories returning. Sisters of the earth, brothers of the earth, we are learning that as brothers of the heart, sisters of the heart, we claim the power. Sisters of the heart, brothers of the heart, we need one another.
That's such a good song, Jeff.
Thank you.
Got another one?
We got time for one more small thing, and then we're gonna theoretically we're gonna start up again right away. So, one short thing. Or Christy will let us know what.
Between now and like
To do a song.
are you still doing it? Yeah.
We're gonna do a song.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I know you feel like you can't.
Oh, thanks.
Wait.
That was our notice, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it was.
Okay, so do hope.
Yeah, because I think most people have gotten their food and we're right about on time.
Okay.
I
TFF.
think.
Okay.
Hey, Christy, are you about to go if we start just? Okay. 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 Good. Perfect. Somebody else just walked by and looked at the thing and said, it's about time. So we thought we better check with
You
the.
could go eat, but we were going to eat after.
Yeah, well, we'll let you see the song.
Okay, good.
So should we just do it now?
Oh, I think she was going to wait till whenever he was back.
Okay. So do something else.
Well, what do you think of, have you ever seen The Rain?
Sure.
And Jude? Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and the day before, sun is cold, rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Play the chorus. Play the chorus too.
I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Good song. Well done. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
TFF.
You gonna introduce it at all, or just gonna sing it?
No, I think
I think you should call attention to the fact that.
So, can you turn my volume up just a slightly? So Christy said that we all should learn a little bit about hope, and this song is about hope, which is the theme of tonight's
gathering, and I'm so happy to be at this event. It's one of my favorite of the year when I get to see all the people who are spreading hope and good works through our community. Hope doesn't speak in whispers. Hope shouts out to the skies. She's got scars on her knuckles and fire in her eyes. Hope's not a slender spider's web, a fragile shining thread. She's got steel in her spine and a vision in her head. So hang on to Hope's coattails as she strides across the land. Together we'll raise our tattered flag as we find our place to stand. Hold on to hope. And hope's not looking backward to some imagined better day. She's marching toward the future, get out of her way. And hope's not something that we have, it's something that we do. So turn to face the mess and find a new way through. So hang on to hope's coattails as she strides across the land. Together we'll raise our tattered flag as we find our place to stand. Hold on to hope. When life seems more than you can bear, if you're pulled down by despair, pick up some tools and say a prayer and hold on to hope. So hang on to hope's coattails as she strides across the land. Together we'll raise our tattered flag as we find our place to stand. Hold on to hope. Hold on to hope. Hold on to hope.
In about 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and start the presentation. So now's a great time if you want to grab seconds. We might as well eat what we have, so feel free to return to the table. Don't forget that there's beverages out there as well. And so just want to take this opportunity to thank our many event sponsors. I'm not going to list them all, but they are in your program. And so you can check out who is supporting this event tonight. Also like to again, just show appreciation to Richard and Jeff and Marie, and we're going to let them go eat, and then we'll get started in just a few minutes. I do want to let y'all know what the process will be. So I will call up the honorees in sets. So there'll be like 5 of you called up at the same time. And when you come up, I'm going to ask you to stand over here, kind of in a line, in the order that I called you up in. And so when it's time, I'll invite you to come up and have the honorees stand over here, and the board members that will be presenting, if you'll come to the back and kind of be in waiting behind here. So in about 5. Ready to begin? All right. So again, as a reminder, I will be inviting up groups of honorees. You will have an honor statement read about you by one of our board or staff members, and then you will be handed your award. Then photographs will be taken of you as you've received your award. So just so you know what's going to happen to you, what we're going to put you through. So community building awards can only be received once in a lifetime by an individual or organization. Each year, nominations are opened in July or early August, and numerous are received. They're reviewed with those who meet eligibility selected to receive the recognition. Every year, for the past 25 years, between 15 and 25 honorees have been celebrated for bringing the community together, leveraging resources, increasing opportunities that make our community a better place for children, families, and others who live, work, and play in Whatcom County. This first group of Community Building Award recipients have bridged nations, scaled mountains, created beauty where none existed before, and developed opportunities for individuals who need unique support. So at this time, would the first group of honorees please come forward when I speak your name, and the board members who are going to read their honorary statements, please come up as well. We'll ask you to stand again in this area over here, and we will be taking photographs. Doreen Richmond, Ellie Price, Jason LeClaire, Daniel Gray, and Mount Baker Lanes. Please come forward.
Hello, my name's Jasmine Carpenter and I'm on the board of WFCN. Oops, sorry. So the first nominee we have here is Doreen Richmond. Doreen Richmond is a longtime Whatcom County educator who has taught special education in Bellingham Public Schools, adult basic education at Whatcom Community College, and now works with future teachers through Western Washington University. She embodies the spirit of the Ken Gass Community Building Awards and is honored this year for 2 recent projects. First, in 2022, Doreen led development of a transnational program to connect local students from Beach School on Lummi Island with youth from the village of Pescadero in Baja California Sur, Mexico. She brought the project to fruition by applying for and receiving the Exploring Communities Across Borders grant. Students from each community partnered to complete a research project focused on native plants in their surrounding areas. Students communicated online during research and created a joint native plant guide to share with their fellow transnational students. Second, Doreen noticed her Whatcom Community College students having difficulty adjusting to in-person interactions after the pandemic. Wanting to help, Doreen designed a common gathering space for her students, something special and unique that was just for them. After learning that Whatcom Community College had a community garden that was not being fully utilized, Doreen envisioned giving the space a new purpose, where students and faculty could gather together, make and share meals, and even spend time together outdoors. Doreen raised funds to sponsor a no-cost workshop to build a traditional pizza and bread oven as part of the community garden space. This workshop brought together a fantastic group of students, staff, and a well-known oven builder. It was a great success. Doreen loves meeting her students exactly where they are in their learning and growth and supporting them to succeed. She works across differences in language, culture, ability, and aspirations to help students thrive. Doreen emphasizes that diversity is a blessing and something to embrace. She exemplifies this in all of her community building work, both in and beyond Whatcom County. Thank you, Doreen, for your service to communities.
All right. Hello again, everybody. Hello, hello. Let me get right to my spot real quickly. All right. So now we're going to be awarding Ellie Price. Ellie Price passionately donates time coordinating the mountain biking program offered at Vamos Outdoors Project. Vamos Outdoors Project is a Bellingham nonprofit working to provide access to environmental education and outdoor leadership experiences to underserved communities in Whatcom County, specifically Latinx and English language learners in the youth and middle school and high school areas. Through a partnership with the Whatcom Mountain Biking Coalition, Ellie volunteers her time to teach mountain biking skills to outdoor recreational safety. Weekly outings connect youth to nature, empower them as leaders, and foster cultural empowerment. This project runs during the spring, summer, and fall, gives ample opportunity for youth to develop mastery and shred some serious rubber. More experienced riders can be seen taking turns at Galbraith Mountain, while newcomers practice learning on the waterfront pump track. Ellie uses her passion to reach hundreds of children in Whatcom and Skagit County communities. She creates a safe environment, both emotionally and physically, for youth while providing fun, fitness, and camaraderie. Ellie dreams of expanding the project. She hopes to collect more bikes and gain more volunteers to increase the project's capacity to serve more youth mountain bikers. Someday she hopes to have a variety of program opportunities to enable riders to refine and stretch their skills at all levels of riding. Thank you, Ellie, for providing risk-taking opportunities for youth and growing comfort zones, and for the challenge.
Ellie is unable to be here this evening. She is vacationing, and we're happy that she's vacationing. Hopefully she's watching on the live stream. So thank you very much, Ellie. We will get this award to you. Yeah. Thank you. It's her award. There you go, Ellie.
Hi, my name is Viri Ferreira. I'm the Vice President of the Board for Whatcom Family and Community Network. Our work provides a shared experience that can connect people, create great conversations, suggest a vibe, in space and time that transforms a place into something special. A once great retaining wall becomes a colorful, salmon-filled stream moving slowly as your kid-filled van passes. Suddenly, your 6-year-old is recalling your family visit to the Nooksack River last winter when the eagles feast on salmon. This is how Jason Leclerc creates community, by sharing his artistic talent in public spaces and with young and budding artists. Many of his murals can be found throughout Whatcom County, including the North Forest Street mural. When asked what he wanted to be when he grew up, Jason shared that he wanted to be a Coast Salish artist. And so he is. Jason is also a proud member of the Whatcom County community with tribal affiliations with both Lami Nation and the Nooksack tribe. Jason is passionate about connecting with the community while proudly honoring his indigenous roots and tribal affiliations through his art. He acknowledged the ancient relationships between nations and actively works to prevent it from being forgotten by future generations. I'm a little nervous, I'm not. Jason is not shy about sharing his life experiences and struggle with addiction and homelessness. Through his art, he spreads drug and alcohol awareness to give hope to those who struggle or have family members struggling with addiction. Jason volunteers with elementary schools in Bellingham, sharing his knowledge, art, and story, paving the way for young Salish artists to collaborate in various art projects. Jason shares, no matter the circumstances to achieve your goals, the most important thing is to focus on one achievement at a time. I want the next generation of artists to learn from my experience and give them an opportunity to have a better start than what I had. Jason is passionate about continuing his work in strengthening and building relationships in our community. While being nominated for this award, his nominator shared, Jason is someone that I have looked up to for years, and even through his struggling days, I only ever saw him as a rock star artist. Thank you, Jason. Your art is important work in our community.
All right, I'm back again. All right. right. And for our next honoree, I can call them friends now. I think I can call them friends. We bowled, and so that gives it away. But Mount Baker Lanes, all right? When one thinks of Mount Baker Lanes, perhaps one only thinks of bowling shoes and a date night. But this bowling alley and local business is more than bowling balls and birthday parties. It's a place where people come to grow, learn new skills, and make new friends. For over 8 years, the staff at Mount Baker Lanes created opportunities, making real and lasting impacts in the lives of young adults who are also clients of the Ferndale Community Transitions, the FCT program. The Ferndale Community Transitions program serves clients aged 18 to 21 years old and who demonstrate potential for independent living. This program fulfills graduation requirements and provides community-based pre-employment learning experiences at local businesses. Mount Baker Lane staff prioritizes developing genuine relationships with each client and to take time to learn about their individual goals and interests. Program participants are given safe spaces to master new skills and enhance their social skills and abilities, like overcoming any social anxieties. The staff at Mount Baker Lanes is passionate about treating all people with dignity, care, but always with the goal of pushing them to learn and grow, and so they can feel empowered and to reach their fullest potential. As of today, 4 former clients are currently employed by Mount Baker Lanes and 2 are attending Whatcom Community College. In addition to working with the FCT program, Mount Baker Lanes also provides community with a warm, friendly, and safe place to gather. To quote the nominator for this award, if you walk into Mount Baker Lanes, you will hear more than clashing of bowling pins. You will hear a genuine greeting, and you will see community members of every age laughing and having a great time. Honestly, what's better than to create belonging and a sense of community? Congratulations, Mount Baker Lanes.
Hi everyone, I'm Ray. I'm the treasurer of the WFCN. So Daniel Gray has served as the executive director of the Dementia Support Northwest for just over a year. He's being honored as community builder for expansion of community outreach and development of a strong partnership with Northwest Regional Council, while also stabilizing dementia-informed training and supports to those caring for and living with dementia. Dementia Support Northwest provides various opportunities to the community, including support group programs and a dementia-friendly program that provides a weekly breakfast club where attendees are welcome to talk about anything they want, with the exception of dementia. Daniel and his small staff facilitate Project Lifesaver, a bracelet-based technology for people living with dementia who might wander or find themselves in unfamiliar places and unsafe situations. The program enables search and rescue to quickly find individuals when they go missing. Additionally, he and his team facilitate an adult day program, providing respite to dementia caregivers. With Daniel's leadership, Dementia Support Northwest provides much-needed services to Whatcom County. Daniel's passion to increase the organization's ability to help community members affected by dementia is paired with the generosity of time to provide support when needed. Daniel keeps the staff, volunteers, and board members updated and informed. He is open to creative ideas, makes the people he interacts with feel supported and values, and he always follows through on his commitments. Cheers, Daniel. Your leadership helps build community and increases resilience.
So congratulations. To build community, it takes a breadth of people who believe that we have enough now to do something, to create a better future for ourselves and others, and that every person, every single one of us, brings some kind of asset or gift that can be shared. They may bring education, lived experience, just the right attitude, or maybe a little bit of muscle. Whatever it is that they bring, they show up and they make a positive impact. And when they show up, they're exactly the right people to be there. I'd like to invite the following individuals to come up: Vesla Tonneson, Kate Haskell, James Hayes, Nancy Workman, and the Ferndale High School Future Farmers of America, and I invite all of you to come up.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ari Wright, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm a board of directors here for the Community Family Network, and I am here to share the award and give the award over to Vesla Tonneson. Vesla Tonneson is a champion for families raising children ages 0 to 8. As coordinator of the Whatcom Early Learning Alliance for 4 years, her advocacy resulted in new opportunities and resources in Whatcom County. Seeking to increase parent leadership and advocacy skills, she learned of the Parent Leadership Training Institute, or PLTI. PLTI inspires parents and guardians to recognize their knowledge and power as community leaders and how they have a role to create a better future. It focuses on impacting state and community policy issues, including diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. The curriculum results in tangible change for graduates and communities. As a parent herself, Vesla took a 20-week course available through Everett Community College. After vetting the program, she made the necessary connections to bring PLTI to Whatcom County. In the last year, over 35 parents have graduated from Whatcom's PLTI. 3 of the graduates helped co-author and campaign for Prop 5, the Healthy Children's Fund, which recently passed by 20 votes. This funding promises to increase capacity for much-needed childcare and early childhood education opportunities that meet the needs of our most vulnerable children. Vesla co-leads an effort to create a community-designed, community-owned resource access system for Whatcom County. While not fully launched, it has already caught the eye of state and regional leaders such as Within Reach and 211. Vesla listens intently to wisdom shared from parents she works with and is guided by community voice. She is dedicated to improving systems and is passionate about connecting families to resources. Vesla is fearless, empathic, humble, and heart-led. Vesla wields knowledge and expertise compassionately. She maintains an open mind and has a high regard for parent involvement and policy change. Thank you, Vesla, for all you've done.
Good evening. My name is Kristen Danielson. I'm a staff member of Whatcom Family and Community Network. The board member who is going to be here is out sick, so I'm reading in her place. I use the pronouns she, her, hers. And I'm going to be honoring Kate Haskell. Schools are communities within communities. We hope for them to be safe spaces. As experienced, tragedy can strike at any time. When situations occur, there is great need for support for students, teachers, support staff, and administration. Teachers often act as first responders, supporting students and fellow staff as much as they can. But after the dust settles and the initial shock has worn off, who helps the helpers? Enter Kate Haskell and Mobile Crisis Outreach Team, MCOT, working to support those who have supported others during a traumatic event, helping people get back to a sense of normal as soon as possible. Kate's career in trauma treatment spans over 35 years. She serves in a leadership role to guide and strengthen services of the Mobile Crisis Outreach Team. She trains new responders and facilitates efforts to provide crisis response services to schools in Whatcom County. This year, Kate and the Mobile Crisis Outreach Team responded to needs at many school districts by helping students and staff process the impacts of extreme flooding, threats, and/or lockdowns. The team also responds to districts after death of students, faculty, or staff, helping the community grieve, process, and move forward. Kate trains responders on the most effective ways to respond to tragedy. She emphasizes that it's important to bring support to crisis situations as soon as possible, and to not pretend like things are normal. Her nominator shared, Kate is gracious with her time and is always available for consultation on tricky situations. She's always willing to go above and beyond to ensure teachers, students, and families are well taken care of during periods of trauma, and I can confidently say we would not be where we are without her. Thank you, Kate.
It is an honor to be able to read the honorary speech for this next gentleman here. I actually argued to be the one to read about this because fellow wrestlers stick together. So anyway, so Coach James Hayes is being recognized by his community for creating an environment of safety, inclusion, equity, and respect, both on and off the wrestling mat. At Shuckson Middle School, wrestling coach James will help his wrestlers to reach their full potential in the classroom as well as under the lights during duels. The best coaches have the greatest impact by showing their athletes support in several aspects of their lives, and Coach James is a perfect example of just that. Coach James speaks highly about the ability to give and how sharing your passion with others can impact the community in the most positive of ways. He is committed to providing youth a safe place after school to learn about themselves, build leadership skills, and build important relationships with adults and peers. Coach James works to build relationships across demographics, gender identity, and any ability. He promotes building hope and focuses on achievement, supporting students where they are helping them build pathways to achieve all their goals. The nominator for Coach James wrote, "Year after year, I work to uplift students who often start off shy and nervous. By the end of junior high wrestling, they are smiling, even when they lose, hugging each other, supporting each other, and cheering each other on, and most of all, having fun." Programs like this build protective factors for youth, giving them a safe place to explore who they are and build self-confidence. Most importantly, he gives youth an opportunity to build healthy relationships with trusted adults outside of their family. Coach James works to make each student feel special and included. Thank you, Coach James, for modeling what it means to be a trusted adult and a stellar coach and educator.
I'll be reading the honorary statement for Nancy Workman. Nancy Workman, a longtime resident and retired teacher in Whatcom County, has lived here since the 4th grade. Community has always been important to her. She is passionate about making sure people don't feel alone. During the pandemic, life took a turn for Nancy when she was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Looking for support and wanting to help others, Nancy started a texting support group of friends to comfort each other remotely. In 2021, the support group transitioned from texting to in-person meetings near Nugent's Corner on Highway 9. Support groups in East County are a true gift to the community, with few direct social services occurring nearby. The group meets twice a month to talk and support each other's struggles and journeys. Support group members share upcoming appointments, testing dates, and CT results, so they can go through every step knowing that they have a community supporting them. Nancy emphasizes the importance of connection and taking life one day at a time. Cancer treatment is difficult, and support groups help people make it through their hardest moments. In addition to these groups, Nancy also started a thrift store at her church, Emmanuel Lutheran, last year, where all items are priced at just 50 cents, so people can have affordable access to household items, including car seats, gowns, and yearbooks for graduates. Her most recent hope was to start a second support group for youth and young adults who are experiencing grief from loss of friends or family. Her heart is focused on support and healing. She has watched so many children grow into adulthood she taught at the Mount Baker School District. As they face life's challenges, she wished to offer a place to heal. Nancy is humble, generous, and an excellent listener who makes people feel truly heard when they need it the most. Thank you, Nancy, for being a bright light in our community.
I was in FFA when I was in high school, so I'm really excited about this one. Ferndale High School's Future Farmers of America, FFA, and Agricultural Department and staff and students. If you want to move a little closer, you can. I mean, you can stand over there, but you can also come over here. Transformation always has purpose, and often discomfort, struggle, and complexity. When humans transform, there is always growth towards a higher potential or best self. It often affects one's worldview, behaviors, and thoughts for the rest of their life. This group of youth and adults has demonstrated the hard work and outcomes expected in community and personal transformation. Ferndale High School's Future Farmers of America, the agricultural department staff, and many students are honored today for transforming the highly visited features of Hovander Park. The Small Animal Experience, Tennant Lake Boardwalk, and Fragrance Garden were wiped out in last year's flooding. As Whatcom County Parks Department faced not being able to reopen the park for summer, a high-use time, a partnership with the school district's FFA was formed. Student leaders and faculty advisors leveraged their various resources in landscape design, veterinary and agriculture sciences, while also coordinating transportation of over 30 students a day for multiple days. This resulted in over 200 hours of human power, material delivery, procured donations, and a guided hands-on service learning experience for hardworking youth. Ferndale FFA has a history of serving the community. Annually and across many years, an ethic of citizenship and service has developed. Ferndale FFA collects and contributes thousands of pounds of food to Northwest Harvest and engages in numerous service projects. However, the recovery from the flooding of 2021 was an especially rigorous effort. This team effort required private and government systems to work together, youth and adults to lean into leadership, and youth to apply their learning in a critical and important community setting. The hard work of the Ferndale High School's Future Farmers of America has greatly improved our community. Thank you for all you have done. Great job.
Well done. It feels like it's time for dessert, right? We're going to take a little bit of a break. We have a variety of sweet treats. There are lemon bars and Northwest berry bars now set up for you out there, and coffee. Once the break is over, the coffee will be taken away, so grab it now. Make sure you get your coffee if you want it. We also want to let you know that this event is truly intended to be an award gala, not a fundraiser. However, every single year, guests generally will say, well, how do I make a donation? So we just want you to know that there is an option for that if you would like. There's a couple different ways. On the table, there's some envelopes, and on one side, there is a way for you to make a donation, leave it in the envelope, and there is a donation box outside. You can also make a donation online at www.wfcn.org/donate. Again, this is not so much an ask, but just a way to give you the information if you want it. But we thank you, and we will resume after your lemon and berry bars, okay? And our musicians will be entertaining us during the break. Again, bathrooms are downstairs if you need them. Okay. Oh, your box, yes. I set it there for you. I was going to come hunt you down.
That was you, I think.
Me?
Maybe not. Maybe it was them turning. Oh.
Got an idea?
Pardon?
Got an idea?
Could do Bright Edge of the World. Bright Edge of the World.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you for. I'm glad it's getting out into the room some. Yeah, thank you.
It's doing Bright Edge of the World. Are you in?
In
let's
D?
see.
In what?
I usually play it in E flat, but I could do it
In D?
in D.
It's up to you. Or F? F would be.
Let's see if I can do it. No, I can't do it there.
Too high?
I could do it in
D.
Or you could do it in whatever, and I won't play. In E flat, I won't play, but that's okay.
Well, what is E flat like for you? Terrible? E flat?
D?
E
E
flat?
flat is terrible.
Okay, so D then. Can you hear me? Can we hear each other?
Are you in tune?
Are we making noise?
We're drifted a little bit, but I don't know if it's me or you.
It's probably me. Let's see if I'm where I am with it.
I'm still pretty close, so it helped a little bit, I think. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sing it to the back of the room. Yeah.
Well, I have sailed on oceans where the dancing orca twirl, like trails through burning prairies where the painted deserts swirl. From the snows of Cascade Mountains, I've seen northern lights unfurl. From darkness and the shadow to the bright edge of the world. Well, I have heard the silence where trees whisper without words, watched for hours, colors flashing on the fleeting hummingbird. Walk beyond all I have seen to places undisturbed, where summer evening greets the dawn at the bright edge of the world. At the bright edge of the world, where the sun puts me to bed, among the healing evergreens, where I lay my head to find myself among the clouds, where the river's roar is heard. Come full circle, coming home to the bright edge of the world. I have journeyed with a craving for gold and praise of being first, searching with a fractured heart for some measure of its worth. But I cannot find in heaven what I do not find on earth, and I found again my innocence at the bright edge of the world. At the bright edge of the world, where the sun puts me to bed, among the healing evergreens, where I lay my head to find myself among the clouds, where the river's roar is heard. Come full circle, coming home to the bright edge of the world. At the bright edge of the world, where the sun puts me to bed, among the healing evergreens, where I lay my head to find myself among the clouds, where the river's roar is heard. Come full circle, coming home to the bright edge of the world. When I have sailed on oceans where the dancing orca twirl.
Yeah. Cool.
How about Don't Run from the Storm?
Sure.
Great. Indeed. Don't run from the storm.
Indeed.
your face into the wind. Feel the rain upon your skin. Don't run from the storm. Don't run from the storm. Turn your face into the wind. Feel the rain upon your skin. Don't run from the storm. Though the tempest rises to tear you apart, leaves you feeling worn and battered, perhaps you'll find your heart again as all the old ways scatter. Don't run from the storm. Don't run from the storm. Turn your face into the wind. Feel the rain upon your skin. Don't run from the storm. Don't run from the storm. Turn your face into the wind. Feel the rain upon your skin. Don't run from the storm. Don't run from the storm.
Yeah. Well done.
Don't run.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay, got another one, Jeff?
I keep hearing that. I hear I'm singing that song already.
Good. Good.
It's very catchy.
Good. You were going to do the cape. I don't know if you're going to do that at a different time.
I think I was going to do that for the Legacy Award.
You got one? I don't want to take my mask off, but I could sing into another year.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. What key will you be in?
C, I think. It's one more. Maybe not. Hold on a second. Let me figure. D, I think. It's one more journey round the sun. It's the end of another year. Think of all the distance run. It's the end of another year. So many times we've been around. We've been up and we've been down and we've been lost. We've been found at the end of another year. The end of another year, my friend, it's the end of another year. Yes, we've been up and we've been down at the end of another. I'm going to sing the verse again now that we've started it. It's one more journey round the sun at the end of another year. Yes, think of all the distance run at the end of another year. So many times we've been around, we've been up and we've been down and we've been lost. We've been found at the end of another year. The end of another year, my friend, it's the end of another year. Yes, we've been lost, we've been found at the end of another year. Well, now we're singing Old Lang Syne, it's the end of another year. Now I take your hand in mine at the end of another year. We think of all that we've been through. We talk of all we'd like to do. Well, I'm just glad to be here with you at the end of another year. The end of another year, my friend, it's the end of another year. I'm mighty glad to be here with you at the end of another year. So with friends and neighbors gathered round, it's the end of another year. One more. Let's do the one we're going to do then. She says we can do one more, and there was one on the list, no? Or not? I can finish this song then. Should I finish this? Okay. Well, with friends and neighbors gathered round, it's the end of another year. We pray for peace, we paint the town at the end of another year. There is a feeling in my heart, a mighty flame grows from a spark that warms the cold and fills the dark at the end of another year. The end of another year, my friend, it's the end of another year. Yes, warms the cold and fills the dark at the end of another year. So between tomorrow and yesterday, it's the end of another year. And spring is not so far away from the end of another year. The stroke of midnight, hear the sound with friends and memories gathered round, and when at last the ball comes down, it's the end of another year. The end of another year, my friend, it's the end of another year. Yes, when at last the ball comes down, it's the end of another year. Okay. So then you're going to do the Cape soon, according to this thing.
It's for a specific award. It
Yep.
might be right.
Christy, are we going to do the Cape for this?
Yes.
So we'll say, okay.
Justin, oh, hi. We welcome you back for the remainder of our awards ceremony. This is a special point in the evening when we present the Jeff Morgan Legacy Award. Unfortunately, our Legacy Award winner got sick this morning and had to let us know that he couldn't be here this evening. So, Byron and Amy, if you're streaming this, hello, we miss you and we hope that you are feeling well soon. But we did deliver his award and a large poinsettia and a book called Raising Hope to him. So he will be receiving those. The Legacy Award provides a way to recognize long-standing service and sustained commitment, promoting community connection and change through the network. Honorees have dedicated careers to building capacity to provide children, youth, and families skills and opportunities to lead healthy lives. A Legacy Award recognizes that the work done by the individual actually leaves the community better off for the long term than the individual found it when they came into the community. Our very first honoree was Dr. Jeff Morgan. He's the retired executive director of Whatcom Family and Community Network. And he really taught me everything I know about trying to lead this really complex and wild organization, which I love, and thank you. Matter of fact, it's been 7 years tonight. This is my 7-year anniversary. Yeah, thank you. The Legacy Award bears his name in honor of his long-standing service and dedication to supporting people and groups to develop their own capacity. When we talk about capacity, we're really talking about seeing what the community has already here as gifts. We have to be able to see it, though, because it's really easy to focus on the problem and not look for solution. We can become grumblers, right? And like, everything. But no, there's so much possibility. Exploring possibilities is a real gift, and that's something that you taught me better how to do, so thank you for that. So tonight, Mr. Byron Mannering is to receive this award, and I would have asked him to join us right here. So Jasmine, would you come forward and read Byron's award in just a moment, though, and we're gonna have a special song for Byron, so we'll go ahead and do that now.
Songwriter named Guy Clark that I knew in Nashville years ago. And this song fit Byron. We worked together, we shared office space many years. And he was someone who, whenever there was, people seemed to think things couldn't happen, he would go, I know how we can do that. He came up with, so this song just seems so appropriate for him. It's called The Cape. Well, 8 years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. Well, he climbed up on the garage. He was figuring, what the heck? He screwed his courage up so tight that the whole thing came unwound. He took a running start and bless his heart, he headed for the ground. But he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams, and he's full of piss and vinegar, and he's busting at the seams. He licked his finger and he checked the wind. It's gonna be do or die. He wasn't scared of nothing. He was pretty sure he could fly. And he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Now he's getting old and gray with a flour sack cape still tied all around his head. And he's still climbing off the garage, and he will be till he's dead. Well, all these years the people said he's just acting like a kid. But he did not know he could not fly, and so he did. He's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Yeah, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Thank you, Byron.
Thank you so much. Is this on? Is it on now? All right. Thank you so much. Legacy Award recipient Byron Mannering is the 30-year veteran executive director of Bridget Collins Family Services, who through his leadership grew Whatcom County's capacity to provide parenting skills and support, reduce exposure to childhood trauma, and reduce stress for children and families. Under his leadership, the community gained a children's advocacy center, the Parent Academy, and access to a number of evidence-based programs, including Incredible Years, Triple P, and Stewards of Children, a child sexual assault prevention program. Programs for pregnant and parenting moms in recovery developed, case management services grew, and kinship caregiver support and therapies were offered, just as examples. During his leadership, Byron also expanded services and leveraged resources across Whatcom County and into Skagit County. Byron, educated as a social worker, joined Bridget Collins in 1994, just 4 years after its conception. He has fostered it to be a place of opportunity for healing, advocacy, and growth. Ending child abuse and healing the community are at the forefront of the organization's work. Byron emphasizes that the success of this work is a result of a dedicated and committed team of staff who implement evidence-based practices with fidelity. Seeing the staff, board members, donors, families, and community members involved with his organization being fulfilled by the work, in turn fulfilled him in his role. Focused leadership and vision for a better future for children define Byron's community service in Whatcom County. He too modeled dedication to Bridget Collins and his team. He loves the opportunity to help other professionals learn how to do great work in the field. Byron's role as part of community building is the client-centered culture and approach to service he made a part of Bridget Collins' philosophy to bring community together around the family. In this way, they aim to be good navigators for the families they work with. Byron also sees the importance of upstream public policy work for bettering the community, specifically around mandated reporting, safe environments within youth-serving organizations, and standards in the field. With community first in mind, Byron also acknowledges how his and his organization's work is most successful when teamed with other local services and resources to fill as many gaps as possible. Opportunity, acceptance, and collaboration are at the heart of Byron and Bridget Collins' work, and for this we honor their legacy in helping to build a strong and safe community for children and those who raise them. Byron recently retired from his role at Bridget Collins, but has truly left a strong legacy upon which talented leadership, mentored and supported by him, will continue to serve and build a healthier future for Whatcom County children and families. Thank you, Byron, for your lifetime of service to our community.
Byron, enjoy your retirement. I know that you and Amy will be hiking, camping, traveling, and you deserve it. Good time. Thank you. At this time, will the following honorees please step forward and join us up in front of the room? We're asking for Karen Evans on behalf of Ham Hayes to come forward, Dana Creditford, Rebecca Sneerly, and the Whatcom Perinatal Mental Health Task Force. To please, and you can all come up. You don't have to pick and choose. Go ahead and everyone come forward. I'm back to talking about research on hope because I think it's important. The research on hope tells us that imagination is the instrument of hope. You have to be able to picture it in your mind's eye. You have to be able to imagine what could be better. What would make a better Thursday? I don't know, nothing. I'd like to do this again next Thursday. That would be all right with me. That to have hope is to be able to imagine that better future, to set the goals, to connect with people who can support us towards those goals, and then to take actionable steps, because it's always in the action, right? We can dream big dreams, but if we don't move towards them and if we don't do things, things don't get done. You all have got things done, so thank you. So this set of honorees has imagination, makes connections, and like all the others in the room, have taken action leading to real change and increased hope for others. Our first honoree in this set is receiving this award posthumously, unfortunately. His beloved friend, colleague, and fellow photographer, Karen Evans, is here to receive this award on Ham Hayes' behalf tonight. We also wish to extend love to Ham's wife, Gloria, who I hope is watching online, but could also not be here. So prior to his passing, Ham was notified. We got to tell him about his award, and he was thrilled, but he was also humbled. He was really quick to say, oh, but it wasn't just me. And we're like, we know, and it takes leadership. It takes somebody to catalyze the idea and to invite others into action, right? We don't ever do anything alone. Matter of fact, we can't. But it brings some kind of baking soda, right? You need something to like get things bubbling. And Ham did that. when I talked with Karen, when her wife asked if she would come and receive this, I said, oh, Ham totally personifies this award. So I'm really glad that he's receiving it tonight. But he was, really happy to know that he had been recognized for it. And then he passed shortly after, and of course before the event. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our board.
Ham Hayes held just the right angle on young people. To him, each was a unique wonder. He longed for them to see their own magnificence. In 2019, Ham created Image in Myself, the Center for the New Human, a nature photography program which served high school and college-age students. This program is designed to instill youth with a sense of identity, give them an outlet for self-expression, and exercise creativity to discover their innate creative genius. For many, photography was an unfamiliar medium. Sharing his knack for photography and desire to create connections, Ham collaborated with friends in the field of photography and art to create the project from the ground up. This program allowed youth to find their own identity and sense of belonging, to feel they are part of a unique group of artists. As part of the program, students developed community through relationships with groups and organizations, such as Allied Arts, Quicksilver Photo Lab, Whatcom Land Trust, and Lummi Indian Fishery. Through these connections, youth focused on nature, exchanged impactful stories, learned from community members, and explored social and world issues. Ham's favorite thing about this program was the joy it grew between himself and the students while using an art form dear to his heart. He especially loved when students experienced aha moments. Students speak highly of Ham and the Imagine Myself program. One recently shared, "I never thought I'd be an artist, but now I have my own medium." The very real struggles of growing up are often overlooked. Ham encouraged youth to see new perspectives of the world and of themselves through photography. Using new skills and ways of seeing, his students could shift angles to understand themselves within the world, to feel and see anew. The Imagine Myself program provided a safe space to grow, make mistakes, learn new things, and most importantly, to belong. Ham's hopes for Imagine Myself included that youth would better understand their important place in community. We are so proud to honor Ham's selfless work tonight, and we thank Assumption School teacher Karen Evans for receiving this award on his behalf.
Hi, Dana. Dana is the costume director for Bellingham Bay Academy for Youth, also known as BAY. Dana created the costume mentoring program at BAY. She recognized that local youth were eager for creative outlets. In the theater world, the skills required for costuming are a rich opportunity for development. The costume mentoring program at BAY empowers youth to build confidence through creativity, teamwork, leadership skills, and all things costuming. This program gives youth important life skills such as processing and overcoming internal challenges and working to achieve external goals. Dana makes time to mentor her students. She guides, supports, and empowers students to step up, lead, and take space. She is most passionate about building a safe space where youth can feel that they belong, that they can build memories, and experience a strong sense of community. In addition to this program, Dana also created the Bay Movie Club to foster a love for film while also providing a space for youth to build friendships off campus. The Broadway Club to enable Bay families to experience live stage productions and access discount tickets for Broadway tours in Seattle. And the Whatcom County Theater Facebook page, the only theater-centered social media group in our county, both to engage the community and encourage support for upcoming theatrical events. In March 2020, Dana led Bay into offering free creative online gatherings for isolated students during lockdown. In November 2021, she responded to our county's flooding crisis by spearheading Whatcom Live Aid, a series of benefit concerts that resulted in over $17,000 worth of donations. Dana's role has become central to growing Bay's mission. She is a bridge in our community to connection and joy in the theater Whatcom world. Thank you, Dana.
Rebecca Sneerly, a prevention specialist at the Whatcom County Health Department, serves as the coordinator of the Ferndale Community Coalition. She is a mental and behavioral health professional and a hope navigator. The special gift Rebecca brings to the community building is to network with purpose, to match make between resources and the people and professionals who need them. In her role, she convenes and engages key community members to support local youth and families and gather essential resources to help build a network of support and connection between the schools and community. She has a special way of creating connections between the service and resources already available and those who need them most. Rebecca is a champion of educators and youth service providers with a genuine heart for kids, especially those marginalized by society. Her work provides a place of opportunity, equity, inclusion, and a sense of belonging for youth and the LGBTQ+ community. Rebecca is also dedicated to advocating for providing education and critical resources to marginalized youth, and especially the adults caring for them. In the process, she has built a strong community of committed adults who have a passion for helping youth develop in healthy ways. Those that work with Rebecca speak highly of her passion, care, and willingness to give space of people just to be people. Through her work, Rebecca connects people, meets the needs, and elevates the value of youth. Congratulations.
Come on over. Thanks. The Whatcom Perinatal Mental Health Task Force, formed in 2017. The grassroots effort, founded by Becky Shays and Allison Williams, who serve as co-chairs, and Samantha Konikoff and Michelle Anderson, aims to support 100% of new parents in our community in their transition to parenthood. Joined by numerous dedicated individuals, the task force catalyzed energy to start services including home visits, healthcare provider training, educational materials, and parent support groups, including a Spanish language group, a dad's group, and a tribal community group. The task force offers a wealth of knowledge and skill, including parent advocacy and peer support, professional mental health counseling to train providers in how and why to screen for perinatal and postpartum mood and anxiety disorders, nursing and midwifery, administrative support, grant writing, training and development, public health, and project planning aligned with community priorities. The task force is driven by knowing they make real change to improve the standard of care so all families can get the support they deserve. They aim to increase capacity for more therapists to specialize in perinatal mental health, which means more parents can access trained and skilled therapists to support them with their transition to parenthood. The task force builds community as they help families to be connected and supported. They strive to model a community of care that wraps around families, one that includes professionals, peers, family, and friends. For years, this work has been volunteer-based, but recently the task force has leveraged generous funding from the Mount Baker Foundation, Ouroboros Foundation, and the Division of Children, Youth, and Families. The capacity of the task force is growing to support parents from the earliest moments of pregnancy. When parents thrive, children can thrive. Only then does a community thrive. Congratulations and thank you.
Well, that's amazing. Amazing work. Lots of can-do spirit in this room, and I appreciate that. I'd now like to request that our final set of honorees come forward. Althea Wilson, Amy Rydell, Lydia McKay and Lorelei Bowers, and the Whatcom Youth Pride Coalition. If you'd all please come forward.
Althea Wilson, a Lamy tribal member, created a special gift with which generations can remember past and build future community for the Shlak-Tem-Esh people. The gift comes in the form of a documentary film titled Revitalizing Cultural Knowledge and Honoring Sacred Waters, the documented oral history of life on the Nooksack River. While the film offers meaning and value to non-native residents in Whatcom County as a bridge of cultural understanding, Althea shared that the film is about cultural revitalization. Her hope for the film, while the film offers meaning and value to non-native residents in Whatcom County as a bridge of cultural understanding, Althea shared that the film is about cultural revitalization for a reason. Her hope for the film is for it to sustain the indigenous lifestyle and worldview, to honor the ways of the Lamy people for revitalization and healing. In a Linden Tribune article dated September 21st of 2022, Althea explains, "My hope is our children can hear the strength and resilience of our Lamy people and continue our way of life as first people and fishers of the Salish Sea. Our very life depends on clean, healthy water. This film is at a time when life was simpler and the community held together and looked after one another. The film tells a story of the Lamy fishing village on the Nooksack River and is designed to help preserve indigenous knowledge of the river and share the story of the area from the perspective of the Lamy people, who still fish and hold sacred territory at the mouth of the river. The film project is her culminating academic work and was supported by a grant from the National Science Foundation. The memories shared in the film are more than stories. They are the ethnology of a deep and sustained connection between the Lamy people, the land, and the water. This connection with the river and the larger environment sustains the community and shapes their collective identity. Althea builds bridges of understanding and respect with every sharing of the film. Whatcom County Library System and Bellingham Library have cataloged her film as part of their collection. Althea is passionate and deeply invested in the work of equity and inclusion. Her words, "We are all human beings by understanding. We need to empower people, and only this will give us the opportunity to empower ourselves. While getting to know more people, we are neighbors and we build relationships." Heishka.
I'll be reading the honoree statement for Amy Rydell. Amy Riddell's honor elevates the importance of leadership required to convene large numbers of people to envision a better future for our entire county. Over the last many years, she has served professionally as the fearless leader of the Healthy Whatcom effort, which brings hundreds of individuals and organizations together to create Whatcom County's Community Health Improvement Plan, known as CHIP. The CHIP serves as a 5-year strategic plan process that aims to address health disparities, inequities, and drives increased community health for decades to come. Amy's work develops the hope of diverse community members into a plan that reflects their experiences and perspectives. It leverages resources to address stated needs. She acknowledges that it takes a village to do this work. It is not possible without the generous participation of many others. Amy coordinates collaboration between Whatcom County Health Department, local social service and health organizations, and individuals who live in the community. The process incorporates community feedback and implementation of action plans with many stakeholders. Despite the complexity of this work, Amy holds the vision set by the process and stays focused on helping implement the desired outcomes. She has developed a strong bond of appreciation and trust with the community. Amy sees herself as a co-creator and a team player, and is excited to bring her passion to activate community members' collective power to make positive change. The work of Healthy Whatcom is ambitious and necessary. Without Amy's leadership, we would not be where we are today. It takes courage to hold the reins of a leadership for an effort like Healthy Whatcom. You have been a good listener, you have been adaptable and humble. Amy is all of this and more. Thank you, Amy.
Lorelei Bowers and Lydia McKay together founded the service group Bridge to Services. The pair has quietly served and navigated individuals experiencing homelessness and unstable housing to available supports and resources for just over a year. Bridge to Services was formed in early 2021 after witnessing the magnitude of need during the City of Bellingham's sweep of the Camp 210 occupied protest. Together, Lorelei and Lydia refined and organized by building significant relationships with food providers, service organizations, and community volunteers. These partnerships enabled them to consistently and strategically build trusting relationships with unhoused community members in order to connect them with the things they need most: food, water, companionship, and respect. Additionally, Lorelei and Lydia serve as connectors between those in need and service providers by helping with phone calls, paperwork, scheduling, communication differences, and other coordination needs. The team provided propane tanks and heaters to help people warm up last winter. Tanks were heavy and trail slippery, but they reliably showed up to exchange old tanks for new. During the summer's heat wave, the team delivered gallon jugs of water to the same areas as needed. Lorelei and Lydia are unyielding in their determination that every person be treated with respect. They view this work as something larger than themselves, an intertwining, community-wide web of connection. They have a humble attitude towards the work they do and work hard to make people feel seen, heard, and valued. Thank you, Lorelei and Lydia. We are honored to celebrate you today.
I have the pleasure to award the Whatcom Youth Pride Coalition. The Whatcom Youth Pride Coalition coordinates vital youth empowerment and local community building events to celebrate and connect youth who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning or queer, intersex or asexual, also known as LGBTQIA, and their families and allies. Whatcom Youth Pride Coalition is a dedicated group of school staff, parents, and community members who share a common goal to celebrate LGBTQIA youth. These passionate individuals come together to respond to the hunger for a place for youth to gather, find community, and express joy. Since its start in 2018, the coalition's intention manifested in an annual Youth Pride Parade through downtown Bellingham with a celebratory festival including food trucks, LGBTQIA+ food focus and allied organizations tabling, youth-led talent shows, and creative activities. The Youth Pride Parade has grown substantially each year. Youth excitedly anticipate walking in the annual parade to feel supported and accepted by their peers, their school, and the greater community. As people cheer them on every block of the parade route, they experience zero hesitation to be seen and celebrate the beauty of being 100% who they are. Each year, the community support has grown. Local businesses donate to the cause and show up in amazing ways to support the work of the coalition. This level of community affirmation ripples to the youth in immeasurable ways. Even through the pandemic, this team of amazing leaders continued to show up for queer youth. This event is one of the only youth-centered pride parades in the country. The Whatcom Youth Pride Parade is an act of acceptance, belonging, and welcoming LGBTQIA youth as part of the fabric of what makes this community amazing. Whatcom Youth Pride Coalition's efforts help families come together, release fear and worry, and enjoy a welcoming, safe place in Whatcom County. Thank you so much.
Yay, thank you. All 4 sets of our honorees tonight bring colorful threads of a community tapestry together. And they remind us that community is about identity, diversity, culture, and belonging. Just envision for a moment how tapestry is made, and if you can think about the side that we often stand and look at, and its beauty, and it often depicts community, some kind of community action going on. But when you flip it over, there can be dangling threads and knots, and there can be things that are waiting for connection, right? And these multicolor strands with the different textures and features are just all brought together and intertwined to create beauty on one side, and this part underneath that is a little bit hard, right? And that's what we live in. We live in the Pacific Northwest where it can rain and sun all at the same time. And that's the world that we live in. And I know each of you tonight, we're here to celebrate amazing things. And I know that you have hard things going on in your lives, right? And that's what is our humanity. That's what makes community compassionate and empathetic. And it's what helps us connect. So I just want to give a heartfelt thank you before I cry to each of you for being compassionate, to modeling that, to showing up for kids, showing up for families, showing up for educators, showing up for elders, showing up. Showing up matters, even if all you have is cookies. It matters. Invite your neighbor to lunch and just give them peanut butter and jelly as long as they're not allergic to peanut butter, right? But it doesn't matter what you have to offer, just offer what you have. We all have something. We live in what I would call a self-healing community. We have the capacity through connection to heal one another. Through those connections, in our work, in our Mad Hope Youth Suicide Prevention and mental well-being work, we say that connections save lives. And that's not just if you're anxious and depressed and suffering. That's just every one of us, because we all have things we're going through. So connect. We're getting done a little bit early tonight. So I'm just going to challenge you a little bit. Before you go, meet somebody you haven't met before. Take a minute and say hello and congratulate somebody that you just learned their amazing story tonight, because we're giving you about 30 minutes of your life back. So take a few minutes to make some connections that matter. We love you. We would like you to travel home safely. And very much thank you. Thank you so much. Dance, you can get up and dance, shake our tail.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see, though I won't be afraid, oh, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, stand by me. And if the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, well, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me, whoa, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, darling, darling, stand by me, whoa, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me.